Alright, what up, y'all? What up? I don't know if you can hear me because I'm using my cell phone, but I feel like it's pretty loud enough to pick me up. But y'all said y'all wanted some videos on like teaching things, so today we are going to try to change the oil on the Talaria Sting R. I just hit about 187 miles, which I think you have to do it at 185. Now I'm about 189, I'm lying. So I'm a little bit past it, so I'm gonna change the oil. And I think you do the first oil change at about 185, and then you got like 3,000 miles or something the next time, or a little higher. I think I have to go research this. Either 3,000 or 5,000, I'm sorry, towards your next oil change. So, got all the tools and I think I'm gonna need. Got my wrench set here. This bad boy. Got the little funnel for the oil. Got this old power steering fluid bottle I'm gonna put the oil in. This is empty. And then of course I have the set of hex wrenches that came with the device. And yeah, we're gonna hope that we can do this. So first we gotta take this part off. I'll come back after I take this little deal off here. As you see, I kind of broke mine here when I looped out, but we're gonna take those off. All right, taking this screw off. Took a little bit of power to get it to actually move. It was on there, as you hear it squeaking. It's crazy how the other one just came straight on out. There's one. All right, so getting this part off is kind of difficult. And as you see, I ain't even take it off. So what I see you need to do, if you got like a wobbly hex, wobbly, what's it called, sockets set or something like that, it makes it a lot easier to get your wrench inside of that, because it's a really small fit. So luckily I had some wobbly heads that I used for my car and fit it in there. So literally all I did was just kind of loosen it up, and then I dropped it down. Let me see if that's all I should have to do, hopefully, to get to the drivetrain and then get the oil out. Alright, got the cover off. Now all I gotta do is just get these screws off, which I heard were very tough. And then once you get that plate off, you have to get this bad boy off, and that was the toughest thing I see people struggle with. And then there's a little piece on the top. I believe you do have to, right there, take that little cap off, this little deal here. Take that cap off and wipe that off, and that's where you're gonna put your oil after you drain it from the bottom part. All right, so a few hours later, I ran into a problem here, getting these screws off right here on this little plate. It is extremely tough. I recommend getting one of these bad boys if you have it. 5mm socket for the, I'm not a mechanic, I don't know this thing, ratchet deal. I'm becoming one, man. I don't know the names of these things. Alright, so don't get mad at me. But yeah, man, it was hard to get off with the kit that came with it. Definitely need one of these bad boys. Finally got the sucker off, and it took a lot of work. Alright, we got the little dilly out the way. I didn't screw it all the way, I just got it out the way. That way when I pull this out, the oil won't leak all on that. So we're gonna take off this little top here. This is kind of like your dipstick, kind of. Right here, this is where you're gonna fill it. Okay. Just twist that off. All right, so this last part here, man. The last part is a little difficult. You have to get that. I don't know if I can get it to focus. That screw right there. You're gonna want to use a 17mm socket. Luckily, I bought this kit mainly for this because I watched the video on it. It's kind of tough to get off. So, like I said on my riding video, I don't have a plasma deal, but I do have one of these. So I just put it on there and I give it a few taps and loosen it up. So now that we got that loose, I got my oil collector here. Got me a little funnel. Put it in there. And want to unscrew that and hope for the best. Should have worn gloves, but I didn't. get that kind of lined up. I don't know how I'm going to show this part, but I might have to cut it for this one. I don't know if I can't hold it at the same time. Alright, we got the oil out and some on the ground, unfortunately. I hope that doesn't ruin the plants. But I'm going to let this sit there and leak for a little bit. I think you can move it back and forth and that kind of makes it do a little better. So I'll probably do that. Cap is here. You also want to take that cap. You kind of want to wipe it off. See if there's any metal shavings on it or anything. Woo, smells crazy. Alright, I didn't see any metal shavings. That's the bolt that holds the oil. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Now I'm going to screw that cap again. Hopefully that makes it leak out a little bit more. Now I meant to put on my gloves that I bought and I didn't. This is definitely a messy job. And now my hands are covered in oil. Kind of like when I did my first oil change on my vehicle back in the day. Alright, now that we did that, we're going to screw the bolt back in place. Let's tighten it a little bit. There we go. Now we're going to add the new oil. So again, they give you oil that comes along with it. It's Talaria Sting, just enough, I guess, to fill it up for the first time. And after that, you got to buy your own. So let's get the filling. All right. So while I slowly get eaten by mosquitoes, I'm going to slowly fill this up with the oil. I don't know if you can see that going in there. Oh, well, a little too hard on that squeeze. Definitely want to do it slowly. I am destroying the environment right now with the oil. Yeah, you gotta slowly plop it in there. Like it rises up and then it goes down a little bit. Gotta give it some time to seep in. And when I opened it up, it was like literally all the way to the top of the cap. The first time, that's why it was leaking. I was like, okay, maybe I should put it back in, the cap. All right, so once I finish that, I'm putting this back together and I'll go through all that. All right, man, we done put everything back together. Well, we screwed everything back, I should say. Now, just gotta put everything back on. And I can't hold this all the way to do that, so I'm just gonna do it and then show the completion, and we're all done. All right, I just found out we ran into a problem. I thought this bolt looked smaller than it should look. This is what I mean. Let me see if I can get it to focus. This is what I mean by you don't want to strip it. I literally stripped this bolt. Now I gotta buy a new replacement bolt to put it back in this thing here. I probably honestly don't really need it, but I like to have it because it was there for a reason. So yeah. So it was extremely hard to get this thing off. It was so much torque, and the angle that I had to hit it from, because I don't have a stand as you see. I guess I bent it too hard down and it snapped. So yeah, gotta replace that. All right, but anyway, let's see if we can put it back together without this bolt. And and then see what issues come around because of it. Alright, it is now getting dark. I'm losing my sunlight, but I finally finished it. Put everything back together. Of course, I did strip the screw that held the little bar, and I think that bar kind of holds this in place, but it seems like it's in place, kind of locked, but I still want to replace that bar, that little screw anyway. And then of course this screw I stripped when I looped out, so I definitely want to, you know, replace that as well. But that's how you perform the oil change with the Talaria Sting R. Other people do it faster than me, but look, I am not a mechanic. I've worked on a few things on my car and it took me hours. Okay, so I'm kind of scared. But if you want to build a computer, I can build a computer really fast. I'm good at that. But yeah, this takes me a while, but I will get better at it as I have to do it more often. So like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. But it's your boy Ride Fanatic. I'm gonna go test this thing out before it's totally dark. Wear your gear, ride safely, and I'll be gone. Bye.